She sat in the dimly lit café, cradling a cup of coffee she couldn't really afford. Her fingers trembled slightly as she clutched the thick manuscript in her lap, page after page, filled with words born from the depths of her imagination, an escape from the crushing reality of her life. The baby stroller beside her creaked as her daughter stirred. She glanced down, brushing a wisp of hair from her little one's forehead. Her heart ached. Rent was overdue, and the heater in her tiny flat barely worked. The world outside was cold, but the world she had created on paper was warm, alive, filled with wonders beyond her circumstances. A deep breath. She placed the manuscript into an envelope, sealed it, and whispered, "Maybe this time." The first letter came back within a month. "We regret to inform you." The second, "Not what we're looking for." The third, "Children's books don't sell well." 12 letters, 12 rejections. She stacked them on her kitchen table, each a painful reminder of how little the world seemed to believe in her. The doubts crept in. Maybe they were right. Maybe this was foolish. She looked at her daughter, sleeping peacefully in a bundle of second-hand blankets. Giving up meant accepting that life would always be this hard, but holding on meant hope. And so, she sent the manuscript again. One evening, the phone rang. She almost didn't answer, expecting another bill collector, but something in her gut told her to pick up. A hesitant voice on the other end. "Is this the author of the book about the boy wizard?" Her breath hitched. "Yes, we'd like to publish it." The words echoed in her mind, bouncing off every rejection, every moment of doubt, every hungry night. She gripped the edge of the table, her knees weak. "How much?" she whispered. "Not much," the editor admitted. "But we believe in it. And in you." Tears burned her eyes. It wasn't about the money. It was about the yes she had waited so long to hear. The book arrived in stores, modest at first. Just a few copies on a shelf. No banners, no billboards. But then, something magical happened. People read it. They felt it. They passed it on. Letters flooded in. Not rejection letters this time, but love letters. Readers who had found pieces of themselves in her story. Children who stayed up late, hiding under blankets with a flashlight, whispering spells they wished were real. And then one day, she walked into a bookstore and saw it. A long line of eager readers waiting for her. She was no longer just a struggling mother in a cold apartment. She was a storyteller, a dreamer whose dreams had finally come to life. Years later, in a grand hall filled with flashing cameras and applause, she took the stage. A billionaire now, a household name, but she still felt like that woman in the cafe, scribbling words with nothing but hope. She adjusted the microphone, took a deep breath, and spoke. "My name is J.K. Rowling, and once, not so long ago, I was just a woman who refused to give up." The crowd erupted into cheers. Somewhere, in the hands of a young child, a book with a lightning bolt scar on the cover lay open, waiting to change another life.